Greetings, my name is George and this is Peniel. I'm going to read a short passage about Herod the king and what eventually became of him, and it stands as a warning to us. And this is found in Acts chapter 12 and reading from verse 19. Then Herod went from Judea to Caesarea and stayed there a while. He had been quarreling with the people of Tyre and Sidon. They now joined together and sought an audience with him. Having secured the support of Blastus, a trusted personal servant of the king, they asked for peace because they depended on the king's country for their food supply. On the appointed day, Herod, wearing his royal robes, sat on his throne and delivered a public address to the people. They shouted, "This is the voice of a God, not of a man." Immediately, because Herod did not give praise to God, an angel of the Lord struck him down, and he was eaten by worms and died. But the word of the Lord continued to increase and spread. When Barnabas and Saul had finished their mission, they returned from Jerusalem, taking with them John, also called Mark. Now that's significant, because the people were dependent upon a union, a peace, in order to be supplied with their food. But they didn't cry out to God. They wanted an audience with Herod the king. And I suppose that was probably wise. But nevertheless, it's not really Herod or indeed our governments, etc., etc., who deliver everything we need. They certainly don't deliver the eternal things we need. And on the appointed day, Herod, wearing his royal robe, sat on his throne and delivered a public address to people. And then they shouted, "This is the voice of a God." They were worshipping Herod, and Herod accepted the worship. He sat there on his throne thinking, "I am God." And it's easy for us to think we are God. We put our needs, our wants, our desires ahead of the things that God wants for us, and that makes us God. Unless we're very careful and draw ourselves in and remember, I am not God. I am a creation. And for some of us who have submitted to Christ, we are part of the family of God. We are the sons and daughters of God, but we are not God. We do not take God's place. And because Herod accepted this worship, an angel struck him down and he was eaten by worms. And the people would have seen this and realized, I hope, what Herod did and what we did was bad. We shouldn't have worshipped him. I hope that it made them reconsider themselves and turn, certainly on individual case, turn to the Lord and cry out for his mercy. And it says, when Barnabas and Saul had finished their mission, they returned from Jerusalem, taking with them John Mark. It also says the word of God continued to increase and spread. The word was spreading even after Herod's death. Herod wasn't God, but the word of the true God was spreading and spreading, and we're told that they took John Mark with them. And we know that Paul had issues with John Mark, but eventually that was resolved, and Paul said of John Mark, he is useful to me. Whatever was happening to John Mark then was good training for him. But remember, Herod was effectively denying the Lord, and the Lord struck him down. We should take that as a warning to us as well.